stress. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. One more round of applause for INK. Oh my God. And a big round of applause also for Casey as well before. Please make some noise, right? This is awesome. Hi, my name is Patrick, and I'm going to talk to you about stress. Before I begin, though, I need a volunteer to join me on stage. Anybody right here? Good, come on up here. Come on up. Come on down. Take your time, but hurry up. Come on up. Run up on the stage there. Thank you so much. You can clap for this person. Yes. They're very brave. Hi, what's your first name? I'm going to give you this microphone right there. Come on, you can stand right down here with me. What's your first name?
Alina.
Alina, thank you so much for coming up here. Alina, you okay? Yeah, okay, good. Ooh, okay, great. So, Alina, here's what we're going to do. I want to give you some money, okay? Well, I'm not going to give it to you. You got to earn it. This isn't socialism, okay? So, what I want you to do is this. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. They're going to pop up on that screen right there, okay? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer these questions. I got my timer right here. You have 30 seconds to answer these questions as quickly as you possibly can. Now, for every question you get right, I'll give you some money, okay? For every question you get wrong, I'll take away some money, okay? So at the end of this, you might owe me some money. So, Alina, here's what we're going to do. You realize right now, you can't see anyone's face, right? Yeah, it's very bright up here. These folks that are sitting in the darkness, they are going to judge you. They're going to think, how could you possibly get that wrong, okay? So we're going to do our best. So what I did was I asked my 5th grade nephew, Kellen, he's in 5th grade, he's not, right? Very contemplative person, to write these questions. So these are 5th grade level questions. So if you don't get these right, we take away your degree, okay? All right, good. All right, so are you ready? Okay, look up at that screen right here. Your time starts now. Of these planets, which is the closest to the sun? Uranus, Jupiter, or Saturn? You only have 30 seconds, go. Uranus. No, that is incorrect. Okay, next one. If a car is traveling at 40 miles an hour, how long will it take it to go 190 miles? The 4 hours and 45 minutes, 3 hours and 3.5, or 4 hours and 15 minutes? What do you think?
4 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, we're running out of time. We've got to go quick. Here we go. Which 4 states make up the Four Corners Monument? The top answer, the bottom, or the middle? Go quick, pick. Anyone, pick one.
Middle.
Middle one. Yeah, incorrect. Oh, no. Will you sing a line from your favorite song?
Good for you. You look happy and healthy.
Okay, good. Spell your name backwards. Go.
Aneela.
Yeah, okay, good. I didn't know you said it's probably correct. Okay, good. Big round of applause as well. Thank you so much. Now, real quick before you go, what is it like up here under the pressure of the lights? What is that like for you?
Stressful.
Yeah. Okay. How would you describe that to someone? Any physical feelings that you feel?
My heart was racing.
It's racing. Yeah, absolutely. So I have to say, unfortunately, you didn't get all the questions right. You got maybe one, which was that last one. And I also have to say, unfortunately, NACA says I can't give you cash on the stage. So, I think you just dropped $20. You should take that. Good, that's for you. Good. Big round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll take that from you. You can have a seat. All right. So what they just said was that was a stressful situation. Their heart was pumping. Did anybody else feel any feelings for them while they were up here? Just a show of hands, right? Did you have, yes, yes. So those things that maybe some of you are feeling, those are a stress response. That is a physiological change to a real or perceived threat. It's basically polyjuice potion. Your body is actually changing in that moment to adapt to a situation. So before you realize it, all these orders are being shouted out inside your body. Heart, pump harder. We need more blood pressure. Adrenal glands, give me some adrenaline, cortisol for energy. Lungs, pick up the pace. We need some oxygen. Bladder, this is your big day. We might need you to piss yourself, all right? That's why stress can be so taxing on someone's body, is because these physical changes that are happening. Think about the last time you were seriously stressed and the words we use to describe it, right? There was butterflies in your stomach. Your mouth is dry. You feel a little lightheaded. All because your body is trying to survive a situation. Now, answering questions on the NACA stage is not survival. It's not life or death. But there's a part of your brain called the amygdala that doesn't care. It does not care what the logical circumstances are. The amygdala is in control of your fight, flight, and freeze response. And it feels that it is better to just go ahead and hijack your system and make these changes happen regardless of the situation whenever you encounter a stressor or some sort of trigger. And when we talk about stressors, we're talking about anything, positive and negative. We're talking about money problems, a familiar smell, a bad breakup, exercise, a bad experience on Spirit Airlines, right? Your team winning the sports ball championship, or your team losing the sports ball championship. I truly don't know the difference between these two photos, right? So anything that causes this change in your body is what is a stress response. And for humans, and some as you demonstrated also, just the mere thought, Just the idea of a stressful situation can cause these changes. In humans, this is how it works. We get a spike in activity, we come back down. But what happens if you're in a continuous state of stress? What if you can't get away from a stressor, a person, or a situation? Or what if you've never learned how to cope with stress? That's when stress can cause physical and mental health problems. Now, we know college is an extremely stressful time, absolutely, positive and negative, which makes it very difficult to deal with the daily demands of school or just life in general. And we also know that 75% of mental health issues begin by age 24. 39% of college students experience a significant mental health issue, and 89% of students say that the pandemic has not made things easier. You now have undue anxiety and stress when it comes to these things. So as a college student, since we know high levels and continuous stress can impact your mental and physical health, a college student's well-being is dependent upon how they interact and manage the stress that they encounter every day. Do you have a plan? Do you know how to de-stress? Do you know who to talk to? What happens if you just ignore it and you say, everybody's stressed, that's just part of life? Well, what happens is this: your body finds ways to compensate. A lot of times people may be overeating, or they're drinking too much, or they're using drugs, or they fight with loved ones and strangers as a way to cope with stress. Even things we think are going to de-stress us. At the end of a hard day, who likes playing video games, right? We love to. Yes, absolutely. But unfortunately, I have to tell you, Dr. Judd Brewer says video games can actually be stress-inducing and create a negative reward system for your brain. And if you've ever played Mario Kart, you know getting hit with a blue shell is incredibly stressful, right? And it's also total bullshit. Yeah. So even though stress can cause these things, we need it. We can't avoid it. We have to learn to live with it. In my program, I cover depression, I cover suicide, suicidal ideations, suicidal actions, and suicide prevention, and the role that stress plays with all those things, including anxiety. Who here has felt anxious before? We all have, right? Woo, yeah, anxiety. Yeah, right? We've all felt anxious at some point. And look at the words we use to describe anxiety. Physical feelings, pins and needles, wound up, nervous, on edge, things like that. Now, anxiety is your interpretation of something that has not yet happened. It's a fear of the future. And it's your brain coming up with ideas, things that may not happen or may not even be real. I want to go to Mexico for spring break, which means I'm going to have to fly on a plane. Those are expensive. I'm going to get stuck in a middle seat, and those seats are always cramped. Oh my God, what if I get sick on the plane? What if I have to puke? They're going to think I'm contagious. They're probably going to quarantine me in the back, which means they're going to have to turn the plane around, which means security is going to be waiting for me when we land. They're going to take me away in a hazmat suit. I'm going to wind up trending on Twitter. Oh my God, I'm going to get fired from my job. I'll be banned from flying Spirit Airlines for the rest of my life. That last part's not that bad, right? I can't think of a worse airline, right? I'm sorry if you work for Spirit, but if you work for Spirit, you know what's up, right? So in that scenario, that fear tornado could prevent that person from ever going on spring break or ever getting onto a plane. It's important that your students understand what anxiety is doing in their body so that they can have a little more control over it. They can understand what's going on. And in the program, I want to offer you solutions. I want to offer you active things that you can do. I need 3 volunteers. Just somebody who's right here in the front. Yes, I got 1. There's 2. And will you both go up? Yeah, absolutely. Come on up. Good. Give them a round of applause. You can come up. Absolutely. Come on up. Come on. Take your time, but hurry up. Go stand up right by those microphones right there. There you are. Thank you. I promise I won't make your students hurry, but we have a timer right now, so come on up. Thank you for doing this. So I want you to stand right by those microphones for me. So here's what I want you to do. You can get closer. They won't hurt you. I'm going to have you answer some questions from the audience, okay? And I want you to think of a question, okay? A real question, imaginary, about love, life, the Super Bowl, whatever you want. You're going to answer these questions for the audience 1 word at a time, just like that. So step close to the mics for me. I'm going to call you Dr. Know-It-All. So I want you to introduce yourself by saying, hello, my name is Dr. Know-It-All. Those are all 1 word, okay? So let's try. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Dr.
Oh, just
Know-It-All.
1 word. Just 1 word at a time. So, hi.
Hi,
My name
is
Dr. Know-It.
all.
Perfect. Very nice. Good. So I'm going to get you started with your first question, okay? I want to know, why do dogs bark? Now, I'll tell you, sometimes it helps to rephrase the question and the answer. So dogs bark because whatever. So why do dogs bark, Dr. Know-It-All?
Dogs,
Bark because
they
are scared.
Yeah, that's it. They're just scared. They're just scared little guys. They just bark all the time. Good. Another question. What's a question that we can ask Dr. Know-It-All? Anything at all. What do you got? Thank you so much. Dr. Know-It-All, what is the difference between joy and happiness?
the
Joy.
Is.
Yeah.
And.
Yeah, this is right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. This joy is yes, and this, right? Sometimes the answer doesn't make sense, but that's what life is about. I need another question for Dr. Know-It-All, please. One more question. Yeah, anything else? Yes, right here.
What makes you happy?
Dr. Know-It-All, what makes you happy? Tell us what makes you happy.
What makes
Me.
happy is
People.
Oh, that's very sweet. Good. Give them a round of applause. Thank you. You did good. Now, wait. Before you go, real quick, what was your first name? I'm so sorry. I didn't see your badge. Vanessa. Vanessa, did you know what the answer was going to be to these questions? You can say into that microphone.
no.
No, not at all, right? And did you have any control over what Vanessa was going to say?
No.
No. And what did you have control over in this situation?
The answer?
And the answer was what? The entire answer, or what did you have control over?
One word.
One word. That's it. Give them a big round of applause. You can have a seat. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Awesome. That's it. That's the only thing they had control of. When it comes to stress, it's important sometimes to control what you can, right? Darren Brown, author of A Little Happier, says the only things you are in control of are your own thoughts and your actions. Everything else outside that, you have no control over at all. So as an example, let's say I could walk up to you and I could punch you in the face, and you can go, whoa, and punch me back, right? Those are my actions. I have control over those. You could punch me in the face, and I could go, hey, wait a second. Why did this person punch me in the face? What happened that led to this situation? What did I do? What are the facts in this situation versus what is the thing I'm making up in my mind, right? I'm not asking anyone ever here to pontificate in the middle of a fight. Like, bro, what is the meaning of aggression? No. What I'm asking you to do is understand the difference between reacting versus responding, right? As an example, I had to drive here. It's snowy outside. It's a little dangerous. So on the highway, someone cuts me off in traffic, right? So a reaction is me being cut off, getting this flood of feelings and turning those feelings into an emotion, and all of a sudden I don't like that person. And all of a sudden I am on their butt and I want to give them a one-finger salute, right? A response is different. A response is getting cut off. I get a flood of feelings, which I know are just a stress response. They have nothing particular to do with that person or this situation. It's just a thing that happens. I realize that, and now, instead of doing that, I stay at a safe distance from that person, and I give them a very friendly Midwestern, asshole, right? So understanding the difference between those two. Because those emotions, those feelings that you have, they are so powerful. They are so powerful. And they create this feedback loop. Your thoughts affect your actions, which affect your emotions, which affect your thoughts, which affect your actions, which affect your emotions again and again and again. You have to put a stop to those thoughts. Don't let them fuel that fire. And one of the ways that you can do that is through something called CBT, cognitive behavioral treatment. It's a talk therapy. I don't have time to go into it, but I'll basically say this. It's kind of like calling bullshit on your thoughts in a way, right? It works like this. You can do it with yourself, with a group of people. You can do it with a professional, whatever the case is. You take a situation that you find troubling. In this case, it's that person that cuts me off in traffic, right? Then I figure out, okay, what are my thoughts, my emotions, and beliefs? My thought is this person is doing this to everyone. They're a jerk. My belief is they did this to me on purpose, and all of a sudden my emotions are, I don't like them. I need them to know that what they did was wrong. And then you take those thoughts and you kind of re-examine them, and you go, well, what's negative and what's inaccurate about that? It's negative to have this hatred for this person, or I want to do something to this person. It's inaccurate to think they did this to me. That person doesn't know me. They have no idea who I am. It isn't the universe reaching down and saying, Patrick, today's the day these things happen. So you take those and then you reshape your thoughts. And now when that person cuts me off, I go, okay, you know what? All right, maybe they really do need to be somewhere faster than I do. Maybe they have an emergency. Or maybe they're a bad driver and they really didn't notice me. Or maybe they are doing this to everyone because they're a horrible person that loves the movie Morbius, right? Which is the only way you can love that movie is if you're a horrible person, right? I'm so sorry, right? So one of the things that I talk about, again, is cortex-based strategy, these thought processes. You can't always think your way out of stress, which is why I also offer physiological, amygdala-based strategies as well to your students. I cover mindfulness, breathing exercises, actionable steps that you can do tonight to actually relieve some of the stress that you have in your body. Everybody is going to be stressed at some point. It is nothing you can avoid. It's something you have to learn to live with. But no one has to be stressed AF. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, you want to talk to me, I'll be in the Rose Entertainment booth, 119 and 121. Have a great day. Awesome.